Welcome to Investor Secrets Unlocked. My name is Jason Rodriguez, and what we do on this channel here is we help real estate investors to learn and to make profits. So today we're talking about how to find the most distressed properties out there at the highest level. What does that look like? But before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of all our videos. We put out new videos every week. Let's get into it. All right, so in finding the most distressed sellers, one of the things when I made this video, I was like, "Ooh, I gotta I gotta make sure that they promise to use this for good and not evil," because you're asking the question like, who are the most vulnerable people? And I want to, my heart comes with like, make sure that you take care of others, create a win-win, be of massive value to others. So with that being said, is some of the most distressed properties and people. Is list like for pre-foreclosure, they call it list pendants. People that have recently filed divorce, maybe they owe property taxes. Maybe they have just filed an eviction and they're in a weak situation where if they just filed an eviction, a lot of times, think about this, if somebody filed an eviction and the tenant beat up the property, not only did they not get money for probably a few months, because evictions take months, but now they got all these repairs to do, and a lot of times they're just stuck. They didn't get the money in. They just spent a lot of money for attorneys. So this could be like thousands of dollars, even tens of thousands that they would have to put forth and maybe not have it or be able to do that. So what out-of-town homeowners is out-of-town homeowners that are just getting burnt out again. Like just they don't have money for repairs. So those are a lot of the reasons on why someone would be highly motivated to sell their properties. By identifying the most motivated strategies, now I like to take it up another level. So the next level we talk about, and I talked about this in a different video, was talking about list stacking. Meaning the list stacking strategy is not just saying, hey, I want to come in and go and talk to people that are in foreclosure. The foreclosure, anyone could buy the foreclosure list. So it's a very easy list to get. So a lot of people are there sitting looking for those foreclosures. I like to do is I like to stack, meaning I want 1, 2, 3, even 4 challenges that someone is gonna have, someone that might be in distress is gonna have. Like, let me give you an example. Let's say in the stacking, somebody just got filed a pre-foreclosure and that same person also just filed an eviction on someone. And let's say that they owe property taxes on the property that they have not paid in, typically is going to be at least a year or two. And they, let's say they have a divorce inside there, all at the same time. That person is going to be super, super motivated. Probably. Think about it. If you got 100, 200, 300, 500, 1,000 of those people, do you think you might have a better shot of being able to communicate with them to be able to sell you the property? I think so. I think it'll work very well. Think about yourself. You've been in a situation where, I got one problem or two problems. It's just like, I just want to get rid of that problem so I can just like breathe and be happy. So stacking that list helps. The other thing of finding the most distressed sellers, you got to think about how you're going to communicate to them, right? So when you stack that list, what I tend to do is I send that out to a skip tracer. A skip tracer is someone that will get their information, meaning I put an address, I say, give me all the information about that person that owns that house. Phone numbers, email addresses, their mailing address, everything. I know, it's creepy, right? I thought it was creepy when I first heard it, but I use it so much now, it's kind of normal. But yes, all the data, and you pay pennies on a dollar just to get that information. So now I have all their information. Let's say I have their address for sure, their phone number for sure, any phone numbers associated to that actual owner. There might be 2 or 3 or 4 of them. Now I got a bunch of those. And I might even get an email address sometimes. And so when I get that information, now I'm saying, okay, how am I going to communicate to those people? So I start off with the freest thing. Call them. I like to call people. And why do I like to call people? Because I think that's where the person that is more motivated is probably going to be more likely to just talk to you and tell you what's going on. When I call them, I use a script and I get that info. So number 1, I call. Number 2, I will text message them. Number 3, we use a ringless voicemail, meaning it's a system that will send a message. The phone won't ring and it'll just pop up on their message like somebody left me a message. Number 4 is I may send a postcard, and number 5, I may send a letter saying, hi, my name's Jason Rodriguez. We buy houses. I would love to be able to talk to you, maybe if you're interested in selling your house. And we send out not 10, 20, 30, 50, 100. We send out hundreds to thousands at a time. Why do I say that? Because we know that if I only send a few out, I'm only going to get a few people to call me anyway. So I need to put a big number out. So when I shrink that number down, my goal is to get at least one deal. So that's what that's one of the strategies that we do to find the most motivated sellers. All right, so you got all these strategies now to find the motivated sellers. One of the things that I want to urge you is to make sure that you're coming in to provide massive value. If you could do all of that stuff and be able to find them and talk to them, but if you're not providing value to them, a lot of them will still say no, and they'll just not sell it to you and let it go to foreclosure or whatever their situation is. Come in with the approach, number 1, of being a professional problem solver. And then number 2, then buy the house. So if you take that approach and care about their situation, care about what they got going on, versus just being, money hungry, trying to, get the house, you'll be a lot better. And people can sense that, whether it's on a phone or text message, they can sense it. Provide massive value first, and that will help you to get more deals done. All right, so in trying to find the most motivated sellers, you're gonna follow all those basic steps up front, and then obviously you gotta go and start making some offers to them, right? So you identified them, you pre-screen them, and now it's about making those offers. A lot of times, one of the things that jumps to my mind in finding the most distressed people is that they may be a little bit distressed, even if you have them stack the list of all the things. They may be a little bit distressed today when you call them, but what I've learned is time and circumstance changes everything. They may not be as motivated today. That's why your job is to follow up. If you make the offer, they say no, you must follow up with the same offer, and you gotta have at least 7 touches, and you should be able to, and just keep on following up until it actually sells. And then after that, you're gonna make sure that you close that property really fast. So you figure it out, what's gotta happen behind that so that you can close it, get the check, get the money, make it happen. So here's my question for you. Here is my question for you. Number 1, what is your best way to find motivated sellers? What's your best way? And I mean the highly motivated ones. The ones, because there's a lot of marketing strategies that are out there, but I want to hear your best. Share with the community, put it in the comments below, let us know what's going on, tell us how you get your deals. We could all share, right? And another thing that we have is I know that some of you just want to take a look at the info. You want to just kind of get a little bit of, some tips and tricks and things of that nature. But then there's a bunch of you. There's a bunch of you that were probably just like me when I first got started. You wanted to learn, but you wanted to do it. You didn't want to go do 150 videos and then pull your hair out and be like, I'm lost as could be. You wanted a training. You want somebody to come and teach you how to do it. So we are giving you a free training. And if you go to the description below, you can take advantage of the free training. It's gonna be there probably for a limited time. We don't keep it there all for a long time, but it's down there. So check out our other videos. We got some pretty good playlists on how to find other deals, so take a look at that. That's gonna be pretty awesome. We invest a lot of time in marketing, so we got a lot of different strategies on how to come and do that. So take a look for our next video. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell and the notification. Thank you so much for checking out our channel. My name is Jason Rodriguez, and we are out.